For every action, there's a consequence. There's a reaction. I think it was Isaac Newton who said that. I can't tell you how much time, intellect, and energy I've spent and consumed to think about all the different things that have happened in my life and thinking about what could have been, what should have been, almost looking at some of the decisions that I've made and little turns that I've taken. I don't think I have too many regrets in my life. I feel very satisfied with where I am right now and the results of the decisions that I've made in the past. But there are definitely times, especially when it comes to relationships with women, thinking about what could have been, what should have been, when could I have done something differently or altered something, and what would happen if I what would have happened if I took a different direction with it, if I made that decision over another decision. How would that have changed the course of that relationship? And where would I be now? And I think it's really fun. I think I like to do that, do these little mind experiments. And it's fun to fantasize and explore, these, I guess, alternate realities that could have been. But ultimately, I think it is so consuming to the point of exhaustion, and it is not satisfying thinking about that because it makes you feel powerless. It makes me feel powerless. So, I guess what I wanted to share with you today is it's really easy to think about the past and stay in the past and think about what you could have done differently and how things could have been. Oh, if only I took that job, or I shouldn't have broken up with so and I should have quit that job at this time, and so many times when something changes dramatically in our life, we always say to ourselves, I know I say this to myself, it's like, oh man, I should have done that a long time ago. I should have quit that job long time ago. I should have ended that relationship long time ago. I should have started that project long time ago. And there it is again. That could have been, that should have been, that would have been. I know Anthony Robbins always says, quit shooting on yourself. Quit shooting on yourself. So I guess I kind of wanted to share my thoughts on what my process is when it comes to this type of situation. I guess first things first, number one, let go. Let go and realize that the consequences and the results of your previous decisions have taken you to where you are right now. And you can't change them anymore. You're living with that current reality. And to stay in the past and to keep looking in the rearview mirror is not going to get you forward into the direction that you want to take in your life. So it's time to detach yourself from that story. It's time to detach yourself from that story. Even though, yes, you know what, there is a lot of value in looking into our past and getting an understanding of where we've come from and how it's affected us emotionally, psychologically. There's a lot of value in it for sure. But at some point, you got to look at the present moment. You got to come back to the here and now. And if these previous decisions, if a lot of them weigh you down, and luckily I don't have too many regrets that I feel weigh me down, maybe just a few. I'm sure everyone does. But if you realize the weight of these decisions and how one course of action has altered your reality, your present moments, don't decisions right now in this moment have so much value? I think when I was at an Anthony Robbins event, he talked about the 2 mm rule. He talked about how if you change your grip on a golf club, now I'm not a golfer, but if you change your grip or you change where you hit the ball, even by 2 mm, it can change the course of it from one direction to a completely other direction. I think he also talked about how beauty comes from symmetry in the face, and there are plastic surgeons in California who just shift the distance and space between the ratios of the nose to the upper lip and the eyebrows to the cheekbone. I don't know what it is, but ultimately, a difference of 2 millimeters can make someone but ugly to absolutely beautiful. And I think these decisions that we make and that we have made are these little 2 millimeters, because on a daily basis, we're always making these decisions. So I guess number two, realize the weight of your choice and your decisions, and how your decisions actually get you closer, and your decisions begin to define your reality and will soon create your present moment. And what you're living right now is a consequence, as a result of previous decisions. So realize the value of that. Realize how important it is. And then I would say, knowing the importance of decisions, the best place for you to make decisions is from a place of alignment with your values. And I'm going to talk about this a lot. I talk about this a lot, and I think it's extremely important. To me, success is achieving your goals while being in alignment with your values. So as long as each one of your goals is being achieved and accomplished, each objective, each milestone is acquired or fulfilled, and you're still in alignment with your truest values to your core, then that's success to me. So I guess the third thing I would say is find out what your values are. What's important to you? You know, do you believe in having win-win situations? Do you believe in voluntary interactions? Do you believe in, having open lines of communication? Do you believe in having a ton of material possessions to show your success? Or do you believe in, just living a simplified life and putting that money aside to save for a rainy day? So kind of, you have to look at what your value systems are, because when you know what your values are at your core being, then you can get into the next thing that I would say, which is to start to just listen to your body. Listen to your gut, as my coach Philip McKernan would say. Trust your instinct. Sometimes what's important is that your head, logically, and your gut, physically, and your heart, emotionally, when they line up and you make decisions from that truly aligned place, really powerful things can happen. And I think we can access and tap into tremendous possibilities within our own lives. And I think that the quality of our conversations will change. I think the quality of the conversation we have with ourselves can change. I think we will have new types of relationships with the current ones. And I think we will meet new people when we make those kinds of decisions. So, yes, it's so easy to have fun and fantasize, and we can get consumed by it, and it can get distracting, and I do it too. I think about previous relationships and what I did wrong, and what if I made this change, what if I made that change, where did it all start going sour? And it's so easy to dwell on that stuff. And I think part of that is because there's some stuff that I haven't dealt with yet, or haven't accepted, or haven't let go of, and that's the shit that I got to deal with. But also, a bigger part of me understands that this process of letting go, of realizing how powerful each decision is in creating our reality, and making sure that my decisions in the present moment are aligned with my values, and listening to my gut, and making sure that my head, my heart, and my gut are in complete alignment when I make those decisions, that is extremely important too. Because I know that when they're not aligned, stupid shit happens.